Asset owners are required to report any breach in a threshold related to their position in a given issuer. It's about transparency. And in terms of threshold limits, they can be major or significant shareholding, short positions, takeover panel, sensitive industries, or even issuer specific, so many different types. Up until recently, regulators have been focused mostly on banks, but continue to turn their attention more broadly to reduce systemic risk. And because of that, the accuracy of disclosures also are falling under increased scrutiny. We're seeing firms facing stiffer and stiffer penalties. The ability to monitor the percentage holding of an issuer means having accurate information on many different types of shares. And with the intricacy of rules, the massive volume around disclosures, and sourcing and reporting accurate data, the challenges are endless. Not to mention that the data required for these calculations is collected from hundreds of sources, some of which are officially mandated by securities regulators. All you need to do is think of the different rules and the number of exchanges and countries for which an asset manager can hold securities, and you quickly get a sense of the complexity of this investment compliance process. Regulators in each country also have unique reporting rules with respect to the timing of disclosure, the formatting of disclosure, and specific data requirements. For shareholding disclosure, it's a whole new set of reference data that customers need. The delta due to the delta-weighted basis, index constituent and weightings with look-through, whether to include in the numerator, linkages needed between instrument and issuer, and underlying equity option or warrant. We also hear from clients that capturing home member state or home competent authority is a massive issue, and knowing where to report continues to be a big challenge as well. People are looking for hints by examining data points such as country of registration, country of incorporation, where the shares are listed on, where to report. There isn't one central place to get the answer. Positions and dealings in relevant securities must be disclosed for shareholder and investor protection, as well as to establish the merits of a takeover. So our takeover panel offering includes details of target companies and acquirers currently in an offer period, helping our clients determine whether an enhanced disclosure is required. First, remember that it's a zero-tolerance policy. Regulators have no patience and understanding when it comes to errors. Any financial fund that is not compliant with these requirements faces enforcement of fines, censure, and the potential loss of their advisory license. So this is serious and requires the right level of focus and attention. Second, if you're trying to do it mostly internally, get the team trained and give them the tools to run the process properly and the right level of oversight. But it's difficult to do without some support. Many need help with the interpretation, especially across different jurisdictions. And lastly, make sure you have a good data provider that understands shareholding disclosure. Having accurate reference data is absolutely critical.